perhaps this could be interesting for radio amateurs that want to do their own experiments with radio, etc. etc. I was working on the VLF oscillator and I needed an oscillator that worked between 275 and 260 kilohertz to receive, as far as I could calculate, the BBC on long wave. Anyway, that's in fact not the subject of this video. The subject is that you can fine-tune an oscillator, at least in this frequency band. I don't think it will work for higher frequency bands, and then I mean say higher than 2 megahertz. I don't know that exactly. I've not tested it out, though there is one video on my YouTube channel where I show that when you say cover an oscillator coil completely in a steel box, could be that it doesn't want to oscillate because all the windings are shortcut by that piece of metal. Also the reason why you often see in old school radios the IF amplifiers mounted in aluminum tubes, aluminum boxes. But well, that has of course everything to do with say the subject of this video. Schematic again, by the way. It was already in an earlier video, but anyway. So now this is the tuning coil here, and this is the tuning coil for that specific frequency band here. I wound it myself, first checking with test coil what approximately the inductance had to be, and how I could say mimic this. This is a test coil, and of course I must mimic it. So I've taken a piece of ferrite here, you can see it, wound say 200 windings on it, connected it to the oscillator, and then took windings off to get to the right frequency band. And that is here 260 up to 275 kilohertz. So anyway, what it's all about is this, that you can also tune an oscillator coil, perhaps also a antenna coil. I don't know that exactly, I did never test that, but anyway, you can tune it by moving a piece of aluminum here around that coil. When you say completely close that winding made of aluminum, in fact it's a winding. Now the winding is open, that piece of aluminum is open, but when you stick it under the coil, you will surely see a difference in the frequency. Let me show it from this distance. I take out the small piece of aluminum now, and you could see the frequency change. Now I push it again under the coil and take it out. Push it in, take it out. And here you can see the frequency. Push it in and take it out. It's now a little bit stuck. Sorry for all the movements. Take it out. Take it out. 245 kilohertz. Push the aluminum a little bit in. 257 kilohertz. So it matters. It works. That's say the idea of this video. Anyway, I hope it wasn't too long. Thanks for watching. Well, you can also say make, like I told, kind of tube of that aluminum and shuffle it over the coil. You will surely see the effects on the frequency, and the good thing of this is that it also gives some shielding. This is the local oscillator for the VLF radio, for the long wave radio. And it means that in fact, but not always, perhaps that's strange to say, but it works that way. The good idea is to shield it with tin plate so that the oscillator only strays in, the local oscillator only strays in its signal into the mixer. But I've also made radios in the past where there was no shielding at all and it worked properly. So say the radiation sent out by the local oscillator was enough to activate the mixing process. Anyway, thanks for watching.